Well, Daniel, it's nice to see you again.
Hi, Rodney. Nice to see you again too.
So you lead the corporate tax team for KPMG in Norway. I have to ask, what sorts of measures has Norway brought in to support businesses during these difficult times?
Well, thank you, Rodney. That's a good question. We have seen a number of measures introduced by the government to support the businesses which has experienced significant drop in revenues. One of the first measures that was introduced was a so-called loss carryback, where current year losses could be offset against historic profits. However, that didn't really aid the urgent need for liquidity in the market. So we have seen additional measures. Some we have seen in other countries as well, such as a postponement of tax payments and submissions of VAT returns and tax returns and so forth. But the government have introduced a so-called refund scheme for companies that are experiencing a significant drop in revenues due to the COVID-19 situation. And if you were experiencing a 30% decrease in revenues for March or 20% decrease in April, you are allowed to apply for a refund for up to 90% of your so-called fixed unavoidable costs. And for the time being, more than 15,000 companies in Norway have refunded and been granted this refund. And it's an electronic portal, and the application and the refund is done in a very timely manner. It's a matter of days, and it's all done electronically.
Gosh, that's just an amazing boost to liquidity for businesses. Just amazing. And Daniel, as we sort of pivot to thinking about what's going to happen in the future, I hear that Norway is considering a variety of new tax law proposals that may impact multinationals.
Yes, that's right. And the legislator is not resting, that for sure. They are very busy. And one interesting proposal that came out just before the COVID-19 situation here in Norway was a public consultation paper for introducing a legal authority for withholding taxes on interest and royalties. And there's also a proposal in there, or they're considering whether the definition of royalties should also include leasing of tangible assets, such as airplanes, vessels, helicopters, etc. So that's currently under public consultation, and the submissions from the public and us, for example, is due May 27th. So,
gosh, and then when, assuming that comes into law, when might that be effective from? If you had to look into your crystal ball.
Yeah, that's very interesting, and I get that question a lot. It's now a bit uncertain because of everything that's going on with COVID-19. But our state budget for next year is announced in the beginning of October. So I think that will be the earliest point in time where we will hear some more. But the target when the public consultation paper was first published is to have the rules effective from 1st of January 2021. But there's a bit uncertainty there, of course.
Of course. Well, gosh, so here today, great support in terms of additional liquidity for businesses, in terms of a direct refund of certain fixed costs. And then on the other hand, potential changes that may impose new withholding taxes on cross-border cash flows for multinationals. So a lot going on in Norway today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's very relevant for multinationals with investments here in Norway. And we also see that the tax authorities, they are also active and have adapted to this new digital world as well. We have had several Teams meetings with the tax office, and it works out okay. I think communication-wise, and we are still assisting with dispute resolutions with the tax office nowadays.
Well, open for business too. So, well, per Daniel, there's just a lot going on in Norway. So I'll let you get back to work. So I'm sure you're very popular with all those changes. And thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you, Rodney. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.